Okay. Okay. That's better. So, let's just jump right into it. Um, First of all, Odyssey of the Giant. So, I'm not sure if you can see the presentation because I cannot see it on the stream, but it should be there. So yeah, you can see it. Thank you. So Odyssey of the Giant PDF was released a few weeks ago, and we are printing the book. It should take probably around 4 more weeks until it's printed alongside all the other different stuff, but I will talk about it a little bit later. So yeah, it's very different from everything else I've done so far. It's a solo game, very kind of low fantasy. Plus, it's not dark. It's not a BORG game, which is different. But I think it's a really cool one, and I had a lot of fun designing it. And yeah, I hope people will enjoy it. So that's coming to retail later this year, and the digital versions will be also available pretty soon, I believe. Next up is Harrowshade, so that's Unit 6, and it's basically his book. It was the first game I've published under Heltung Storytelling that's not made by me. Which is super cool, and you will see more of that. I will have something to show you even on that note. But in terms of Harrowshade, is also done. PDFs were sent, and the printing is underway. So it should be, again, probably around a month, and then we'll start shipping Harrowshade. So both Odyssey of the Giant and Harrowshade will be available and will be sent to all the backers very soon, and then it will be available in retail basically everywhere. It should be, I'll get back to the retail stuff, but it will be available in different brick and mortar stores across the US and Europe, so everyone should be able to get it. Next up, probably something that's been long overdue, which is Hellpower. In terms of Hellpower, we are this is basically the main project right now that I'm working basically full time now on. Plus, there's some editing, some layout going on as well. But this is basically a main priority right now. And here you can see a few sample new layouts, new or something that's been updated, just a test to see how it looks while I'm wrapping up the writing part, because there's some things that I've changed, there's some things in the rule set that I've added over the time. So basically, for those of you who don't know what Hellpower is, it's basically kind of the boys within a BORG system. So you'll be playing as normal people, normal as you can imagine. It's a board game, so it's not like normal, but kind of normal people without any superpowers. Who are against, kind of fight against a regime of superpowered beings who are all evil, because they have those powers from hell. So that's the whole gist of the game, and it'll be 120 plus pages. Lots of lore in different factions. There'll be 6 classes. Different tables for NPCs and player characters, items, mechs, power suits, enhancements, different chemicals to level the playing field. There'll be some rules for planning, and obviously lots of different supervillains, or powered as they are called in this game. Introductory adventure, lots of random tables. So it's going to be a really fun book. Something else, but it'll still follow the kind of lethality of board games. but also, you know, it's a very different gameplay loop because players will be up against beings with, you know, HP pool of hundreds, so it's not like they can take them out in a random fight. So there'll be a lot of planning ahead, breaking in, stealing stuff, doing some politics and lobbying and espionage, stuff like that to gain an advantage and then eliminate those powered beings one by one in a longer campaign, or just going, you know, up against one in one shots. So yes, the good thing is that we are progressing quite well, and the digital release is planned for December this year, the latest. We are going to start playtesting probably around it could be November, early November or late October. So we will be following the usual playtesting bit on Discord. So everyone who backed this project, or also other people, will be able to join and to playtest the introductory adventure and to see basically what's inside the book, have some fun, and, you know, get some feedback on it. So that's Hull Power. Again, coming December this year and digital, and then rushing to print, so it should be ready early next year to be shipped to backers. So looking forward to this one. Next up we have Hunters. So Hunters is going to be a small booklet, probably not more than 40 pages, so more on the cheap side, and it will be like no crowdfunding, which is gonna be straight up fresh from the printer into retail. It'll be limited print run, so it'll be like only a few hundred copies and that's it, no more second printings or anything like this. No crowdfunding, as I've said. So this will be available in my store and potentially in like 2 more stores, so probably in one in the US, and that's it. So very limited. And basically what it is, it's going to be like Monster Hunter / The Witcher supplement for BORG, in which you'll be able to hunt monsters, also to brew different elixirs, and you know, get some enhancements to also to fight monsters one-on-one, a lot of different tables, but also a lot of different monsters to fight. So it'll be pretty much a monsters book with a lot of cool enemies, and some stuff like, you know, you can get trophies, and with those trophies you obviously can sell them, but you can also brew different potions, and there'll be a whole kind of alchemy part to it. Oh, I can see a question about PDF. Potentially, yeah, I think there will be a PDF as well, but the printed run will be straight up limited. But yeah, the PDF will be available as well, unlimited, obviously. So that's Hunters. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna release sometime this year, because it's more of a side project that I'm doing, just to get my head out of Hull Power a little bit from time to time. So yeah, so that should pop up sometime this year, maybe closer to December, so you can get it for like a, you know, Christmas present or something. So that's Hunters. Next up, Pilgrimage, or the Black Orb, because I've been using both titles to describe this game, and this game is going to be something else is going it's going to be it's very difficult to say because it's aiming to achieve two things: to be a very nice and simple OSR fantasy game, like very much a clone of all those retro AD&D and stuff on one side. So it will be similar in tone, and as you can see, the illustrations from Hodak, very old school, so the whole vibe will be there. In terms of the whole system, it's going to be a custom-based system, but very simple and very kind of OSR, to be honest. But on the other side, it's not going to be a normal game in terms of what it's about, because it's not going to be an open world or kind of dungeon book or anything like that. It's going to be a very focused book. So the main story, because there is a kind of key storyline to follow, and the story is that this black orb just appeared in this world, and everyone suddenly started to drift to it, hence the pilgrimage. So people are feeling compelled to go there, to just visit this black orb, and there is a whole mystery of what it is and why people feel compelled to go there. And obviously PCs will, it would be great for them to go there, but there will be different mechanics, and there will be different kind of narrative tools to go about it, to if player character just wants to walk around and just don't want to go there, that's also okay. But there is a story behind the journey, and if players will follow this journey, it will be different layers of weirdness to be uncovered. And this game will also be an interesting read for the GMs, because it's going to interact, like the book will interact with the GM in a way. And I know it might sound confusing, but you'll see it's gonna be very, very different in terms of what the book itself wants to achieve in terms of the content and language and layouts, and how it kind of how people interact with the book and the game itself. So on one side, typical OSR, just roll the dice, kill some goblins, and move forward. But on the other side, very bizarre classes, very bizarre magic system, and a very bizarre adventure that kind of uncovered layer by layer will hopefully surprise a lot of people. And the crowdfunding is planned for this year, probably around kind of November, very early December, we'll see. It's going to be very short crowdfunding, and we'll see how it goes. But basically, Hull Power is priority. This is going to just crowdfund somewhere on the site, but there will be a small pamphlet, like maybe not a pamphlet, but a small booklet available as a starter to see what the game is about and get the kind of the feeling with the rules and a few classes. So it will be available for people to check out before they decide to back it. So that's Pilgrimage, and basically this sums up 2025. Well, I was about to say 2024, but we are so much ahead. So this wraps 2025. So getting back again to sum it all up. Let's get back. Odyssey of the Giant released, printing. Harrowshade PDF released, printing. Hellpower just full steam ahead. We are working on every piece of it. Well, basically most of the illustrations are done. Like all the illustrations I wanted are done or I needed. but I think I want a few more, so we'll probably add a few more. And we are planning to release the PDF in December and start playtesting kind of October, November time. And then limited run of Hunters, small zine about monster hunting for BORG, and then Pilgrimage, hopefully crowdfunding by the end of the year. And that kind of sums up 2025. And now the fun part of announcing things that haven't been announced yet. First of all, Croatoan. This unfortunately cropped the offer, but basically this is one of the projects that I've mentioned that I have nothing to do with other than publishing. So the same as with Harrow Shade, this is done by another author, Rafał Sadowski, who is a game designer from Poland, so a fellow Polishman. He's been doing video games and tabletop games for quite a while now, and Croatoan is definitely his baby. It's been in works for a long time, and basically, just to kind of paint a picture, it's not a board game. It is kind of this made for OSR lovers. It is designed for quick games, so it's for people who doesn't really have time for long campaigns, detailed plot, but they want to meet at the table and roll some dice and have a lot of fun. So basically, it's focused on dungeon crawling, etc. But it's very player heavy and referee light. So it's a lot of agency is aimed at players. They will do a lot in this game, while the GM can really quickly set it up and will have a lot of different tools to help the game flow. So it's very focused on doing things quickly and smoothly. So there are kind of character kits, so you don't really make a character, you kind of build it or kind of choose it from a kit. You can combine kits to get even more variety in terms of those classes and the characters. So characters like knight or jester and engineer. So it's kind of medieval but flavored with that later period. So it's really fun. It's a really cool setting, and there are a lot of different systems to up the game. There's a wound system, trauma, strain, quirks. The whole approach about the game is like you are what you wear. So it's not like you are a wizard because you're a wizard, then you grab a staff. You grab a staff, a magical staff, and that makes you a kind of a magic user, so to speak. So it's a very, very interesting concept, and the game is basically more or less done. And this is very important because we are going to look for playtesters. So basically, the GMs who would like to test it, who like to run it for their table and to see how it plays, to give us some feedback on it, so we can be ready to crowdfund the basically completed game sometime next year. So for everyone who like kind of rules light OSR games, but they want to have something very flavorful and they like the kind of modular approach to building the game, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I wouldn't publish something that I don't think is a great product. So yeah, definitely something to check out. We are going to announce basically more details about playtesting very soon. There will be forms so people can just sign up for it. So that's going to be very, very cool project from Rafał Sadowski. Next up is it's also very cool project. There's no title for it. The working title is Under Morg, but it doesn't make sense in Swedish. It doesn't make much sense. Like, it sounds cool, but it's not going to be the final title. And it started as a setting for Morgborg, but it's much more than a setting. It's going to be basically a complete game. It's going to be Morgborg hack, based on the rule set and the whole core of Morgborg. But I find it to be, at least in a lore sense, a kind of a sequel to Morgborg, same way as Farewell to Arms is basically a kind of a sequel, unofficial sequel. This is going to be an unofficial sequel because it's set after the kind of ultimate events of Morgborg. So basically, the world has ended, and we just kind of were starting over below the ground. So all those people who kind of lived to the end, they went under, deep underground, and they started to build society there, deep underground. But the thing is, they are not alone underground. There are many more layers, as there were many more ends of the world before. So I will just leave you with that. This is one of the classes, Sun Eater, that will be available, and you can expect this grungy take, and you might recognize the artist because obviously it's Vault Crawler. So we are doing this together. So basically, another collaboration after Heretic's Guide to Dying Lands, but this time with a complete game. So it's going to be a standalone title with its own deep lore, with its own mechanics, influenced by obviously Morgborg as well as Shadowdark, but there will be much more to it. And in terms of flavor, I think this might be the juiciest game I've ever written. We are still kind of early in the development, just more ideation, but we have the core and we have a lot of stuff going on. But as I've mentioned, I'm currently focused on Hell Power, but this is something that's going to blow people's mind, because I think, just in terms of the whole lore and the approach to some of the concepts that people are used to, this is going to be so much fun. Project Under Morg, working title, coming next year to crowdfunding. I don't know if it's going to be Q1 or Q2 or Q3, so I'm just leaving it like that. 2026. We'll show you more as we go, obviously. Myself and Vault Crawler are working on it. And that's not all. there's still more. I think I'll be busy until the end of next year at least, because the next project is Fatum Miserum. It's going to be another collaboration, but I'll be I'll be writer on the project, but I'm not kind of the main author. The main kind of the person behind the whole universe is Dawid Wiącek, who is basically the creator of Fatum Miserum, basically board game, which is still under development, but he is the creator of the whole world and all the ideas behind it, and we just kind of found each other and decided also to make a tabletop role-playing game out of it. And basically there's a lot to say, but I just don't want to spoil it. But as you can see, it's very kind of cartoonish style. but with this kind of, you know, grim but also a bit funny and ironic feel to it. And the thing about this universe is that it's very, and like in its essence, it's so kind of Morgborg in terms of the apocalypse that's happening in the background, about kind of the structure of the society, as well as, you know, playing as people who are not really heroes. So it's gonna be very familiar in tone to Morgborg, and we are using the Borg system for this because it fits it very nicely in terms of a lot of elements, actually, kind of mechanical and some narrative elements as well. But yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be just built on the core of Morgborg, but it's going to be its own thing, and there'll be a lot of stuff around it, like built around it. So a lot of new mechanics, different feel in terms of, you know, the world, because it's more of a kind of Victorian world. So think like, you know, a bit, you know, it's a long period of time, but, you know, maybe like Penny Dreadful or stuff like this, and kind of gothic horror a little bit. So yeah, it's definitely very interesting kind of period of time that's going to be changed by the approach of, you know, how kind of David approached it. So yeah, so this is going to also be crowdfunded next year. Again, I don't know when exactly. Just next year. We are still also heavily in a kind of concept phase, just trying to different approaches to the lore. And basically, there are still elements that we need to figure out, especially in terms of the player characters. But we'll get there. But in terms of the whole thing, it's going to be fantastic, because the world as it is, because the world is actually, you know, already as kind of a strong structure to it. It's super cool. It's so, like, there's so many different connections between different groups. There's like whole dynamic going on. So it's like a little bit of like Blades in the Dark, but it's Victorian, and it's a bit of a, you know, horror, and it's like a bit gothic, but it's also a little bit of a black comedy, because it's not to be taken super seriously. But there are so many kind of deep layers to the world and to the characters. So yeah, it's going to be very cool in terms of just navigating, just being kind of in this world. So it's less about, you know, kind of dungeon or city crawling. It's going to be more about like being thrown into this network of different organizations and people with different goals, and then trying to survive because there's this cataclysm all around you. So yeah, we are going to show you and explain more about this project very soon, because David is building this universe, and as I mentioned, he's working on a board game as well. So it's going to kind of multimedia kind of thing, but the role-playing game should also give you a lot in terms of the lore, which is going to be super cool, super flavorful, and surprisingly complex for the kind of Borg-based game. So yeah, this is coming next year as well. Almost last but not least is CORP second edition CORP Unions. So this is loosely planned to crowdfund Q2 next year. And I know the plans were to kind of showcase this earlier, to crowdfund this earlier, But the thing is, there is a third printing of base BORG just underway, and it's a huge one. So the market should have enough BORGs for a while, and after all those BORGs are gone, we are going to slowly roll into the second, because there's obviously no sense to release second edition like super quick. And so either way, even if we just do crowdfunding in like, I don't know, whatever, June, the game and it will take probably like next 6, 8, 10 months to actually finish it. So there will be a period of time without any CORP on the market, but then we are going to come back with the second editions and unions. The question is, what's going to be the difference between first and second edition? So the second edition is going to achieve two things. First of all, an overhaul in terms of the layouts and the art. So there will be more original art, there will be better layouts, better structure. There will be some obviously fixes to the rules and updates to the tables, but also it's going to be at least 20, I think I have like 28 pages more to the base book. So to the kind of core book, there'll be like 28 more pages. That's going to help to prepare the game, to give some more context behind the lore and the context behind some mechanics. So the main book will just get bigger and better. So it's going to be like definitive edition of BORG. And everyone who owns the first edition and digital will get a free update to second edition. So it's going to be, if you want to have a physical copy of second edition, yes, obviously feel free to get it from crowdfunding or from retail later on. But if you have first edition, there's no need for you to buy the second edition. I think it would be a bit unfair to ask people who supported this project with all their hearts, who were super supportive during the Kickstarter and later on. So this, I just want to give back to community, and I want everyone to have the second edition in PDF, at least in PDF, just upgrade it for free. So if you have that, obviously if you have physical book, then you should have the digital files as well. So you'll get that free update to second edition. And for BORG unions, it's going to be around 100 pages supplement filled with basically new context for the game. So I see the question, sorry. So will people with digital versions from community copies also get update? Yes, of course. Everyone who owns a first edition PDF, no matter if it's on each or TTRPG or they get it from somewhere else, everyone who owns it will get a free update. And for unions, basically the whole idea behind unions is to fight back, like actively fight back, because obviously in the main game you can fight back, but you don't have a lot of resources or tools or mechanics to do it. But in unions you will have a lot more. You will have the unions, obviously, to unionize and to stand against the corporations. You'll have a lot of more kind of new weapons, mechanics for espionage, like corporate espionage. You will be able to hire third-party contractors who are basically assassins and fight back. So you will be able to start a riot, etc., etc. So there will be a lot of different contexts. Will be definitely the world beyond the corporate offices will get more flavor. So you'll be able to just go on the street, go back home, and there'll be a lot more stuff going on beyond the office as well. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. So hopefully we'll be able to launch like Q2 next year, and we'll see how it goes. You'll be able to get a lot of different stuff. So the second edition in the printed format if you want, unions, there will be some cool merch, and that merch might or might not, we'll see, be available even before, but there is a super cool t-shirt, CORP t-shirt, custom made. There will be some other stuff as well available, but the t-shirts are so cool. Like, I'm going to I don't have it here in the presentation, but I will show it to you later on. And the good news is that BORG website is currently live and functional. I'm going to leave you a link in a second in the BORG general chat on Discord. It'll be available in the links down below on YouTube and on social media. It's super cool. I might even show it to you in a second. Just kind of scroll and browse through, because yeah, it's been done by none other than someone who you might recognize, which is Ilias Jovis, who is the creator of a lot of super cool BORG supplements, but he's also deep in Hellspawn, working on Hellspawn, which is going to be a really interesting BORG hack. So that's that. And thanks to his amazing work, the website is looking super cool, and it can basically organizes all the things that you need to play BORG. So you have links to all the free stuff, and there'll be even more. You can find third-party content in there. You can find the third-party license if you want, links to the corporate generator, and all that stuff. I will show you in a second. And yeah, basically that's almost it. The one last thing I wanted to talk about, and maybe we are going to wake up tomorrow, it's not going to be a thing, but currently, as some of you might be aware, basically US has been announced some new laws and restrictions around tariffs and customs and just basically all that shipping stuff from outside of the US. And it got really bad and really nasty, to the point of which most, if not all, European post offices basically stopped shipping stuff to the US. Like, I am physically and legally unable to ship anything to the US other than a handwritten letter or something like that, or like documents. So it sucks, not gonna lie. So I cannot ship to the US. That's why my eShop is currently down. It's basically down for many different reasons, and it's going to be back up better than new. But the US thing is kind of a problem, because I've been using post office to fulfill crowdfunding campaigns for cheap, because it was like $8-9 to ship to the US from Poland, which I think it's not a lot, considering sometimes I see people doing it for like 15-20 quid, or for $20, which is a lot. And I've basically lost that ability, and obviously I found a workaround. So I've been using, I'm going to use an external partner who's based in the US. So I will have coverage around the US, and I'll have a fulfillment partner in the US. And I will also have different stores handling my things during conventions, but also in the kind of e-stores as well. So for now, it's going to be like that. Hopefully, the whole ban will end, and I'll be able to ship again from my side. But for now, I'm just eagerly waiting to send my stuff on pallets to the US, and then to have my partner take over and be responsible for fulfillment and shipping and basically distribution in the US. So yeah, so that's that. Now there is a time for questions. I know some of you already asked some questions as I went through the presentation, but if you have anything else, please use the chat to ask whatever you like. It doesn't have to be related to those plans. It can be about some previous games or something else. So feel free to type the question. I will answer it, and we are going to wrap up, and you will be able to get back to your weekend. Okay, I can see some questions. So, being written. How big will be unions? Probably around 100 pages, hardcover. Yes, about 100 pages. We'll see. It might be because I'm always like, oh, it's going to be 100 pages, and then it's 120. Like with Odyssey of the Giant, it was supposed to be 48 pages. And yeah, and I've ended up on 60 pages, so my loss, but I think it's just better for for the customers. How many? Okay, so how expensive the unions will be? It's hard to say. I really hope I'll be able to get it for around 120 zlotych. So it's going to be around, like, 30 USD, euro, kind of around that ballpark. We'll see. We'll see, because it can, obviously it may change drastically, like, I don't know, the price of the paper or whatever, but I would love it to be no more than that. So around the same price or even cheaper than the CORP book. Okay. Any other questions? And as I've mentioned, for people who hasn't been here, when I started, this will be available. The recording of this whole presentation will be available on YouTube at some point. Okay, thank you. No questions, but looking forward to it. And yeah, that makes me very happy. Okay, if there are no other questions, I just wanted to thank you all for being here, and yeah, for all the support so far. So as you can see, I'm really stacked for at least next, like, 14 months or whatever. A lot of cool projects coming up, so you've been first to see them, and obviously as they roll around, I will show more and announce more, starting with looking for playtesters for Croatoan. Then we are going to release Hellpower, and probably also this year we are going to crowdfund like the Pilgrimage, and release Hunters as a limited print and PDF as well. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. Have a peaceful and nice rest of the day and weekend, and yeah, take care everyone. Cheers.